Hello. My name is Lethea, so if you didn't already know that, now you know. And if you can't tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about why I became vegan. So that's really exciting for me because I need to finally start diving into the health portion of my channel. If you guys haven't already figured that out yet or saw it on my channel or heard me talk about it in my other videos that you should be watching, I am vegan, and that's something very important to me. So I figured I had some downtime today. I've already been kind of compiling a little list of things I want to talk about in this actual video to talk about basically what my decision to become vegan, like what was the motive behind my decision of becoming vegan, and that's the first thing I'm going to start with. So I'm keeping notes, not keeping notes, but I kept notes on my MacBook, and I'm going to just be talking about what I kind of jotted down as I thought about what I wanted to talk about. So obviously, as you can tell by the title, this is just a video talking about why I became vegan, and no, I'm not going to be reading a bunch of stats, facts, statistics to you guys. I'm kind of more so making it more personal on why I did it, so it seems a little bit more realistic on maybe why you should, or why you thought about it, or like why would you even consider it, what to expect, etc. So I want this to be a personal account why I decided to do this. So one of the first things I want to talk to you guys about is what can veganism do for your body. Not only is there kind of just a wide range of vegans, but there's very specific ones for specific goals. So there's some vegans, and maybe you guys have heard of it. If not, I'm going to define it for you. But there's like a raw food vegan, which that literally means like you're not using outside resources or anything else. They're not using like substitute meats. And if you don't know what like substitute meat is, if you guys have heard about like the Burger King Beyond Burger or the Gardein meats, Boca burgers, I eat Boca burgers. Those are kind of like non-raw vegan foods. So that's a different type of veganism. There's like high carb, low fat, high fat, low carb, or you're just vegan and you eat whatever the hell you want because you like plants and you like eating healthier. Not that meats aren't healthy, but you like eating healthier foods. That's kind of the basic of it. And like I said, this is my personal account. I don't want to throw a bunch of facts and resources and this and that and the third and ever. I just don't want to overwhelm my viewers with facts like that because this video is going to be a little bit selfish on why I did it. Continuing with what it can do for you, the first thing it did for me was make me love my relationship with food better. I have learned my dairy intolerances. I've learned my intolerances to high amounts of protein, and when I say high amounts of protein, like I mean it was not normal to be eating a 25 gram protein bar with whey protein, which is milk isolate protein instead of plant protein, and then just shoving that all in my mouth because first of all, for a woman my size, and if you guys don't know how tall or like how much I weigh, I'm only 5'2", so I'm short, and I weigh 145, 150, kind of fluctuates between there. I go to the gym and everything, but I'm not supposed to be eating 20 grams of protein at once because my body is like, whoa, no, like you're not supposed to eat that much at once. And I had no clue until I started researching what protein does to your body. And when I say protein, I'm talking about meats protein. When you're taking in this really heavy amount of protein from meats, you're not actually supposed to be eating that much. And I'm gonna link resources down below where you can learn about that. But your body is supposed to have X amount of protein in one serving, not this amount of protein in one serving, because that's what a lot of people like to do when it comes to shakes and bars and whatever else. I learned how and what my body likes to eat. Basically, your body lives off fuel, and your fuel is your food, and your food is your medicine, and your food is literally everything you're made of. So why not pay attention to what you're eating? But I think the number one, and I mean this from the heart, the number one best thing veganism has made me realize that you don't need all that fast food or junk food. Take it from me, guys. Like seriously, I did not need to be eating the fast food that I did. Going to Quick Trip, going to Taco Bell, going to Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane, like all these different places. Yes, are they great? Are they great in the moment? Yeah, sure. Is it great to eat it here and there? Absolutely. When you think you need french fries, or you're craving this or you're craving that, I promise you probably don't need it. And like, I'm not saying don't ever give in to your cravings, but I think nourishing my body on all this raw and healthy substance that's coming from plants, not 10 different factories, it's really just made my body and my mind get so used to how that makes me feel. I don't want to eat that burger. I don't want that thing of fries. I don't want to drink a soda. Like, I know what that's going to make me feel like, so why do I want that? And I think that's one of the number one things, and like, I mean it, number one, things that I've learned to appreciate about veganism. Was it hard in the beginning? Absolutely. Was I craving fast food like I've never had in my entire life when I first went vegan? Yes, because it's not just a transition for the mind and for your wallet and your family and you, but it's a whole transition for your body. And I'll talk about that a little bit in the end of the video. And like I said, I'm gonna start posting before and after pictures within the next couple minutes of this video of like what I looked like before I was veganism and what I looked like after. That's pretty much it right there. Is like, you lose that relationship and that craving for that junk food and fast food. It's still gonna be there a little bit, like, don't get me wrong. I will cheat and I will go get a loaded potato griller with that sour cream and that cheese. But it's not as often as it was. The other thing I really want to hit on when it comes to the category of what it can do is you're gonna like propel yourself to want to do more research. I know Netflix, not all of them are 110% credible. Netflix has a lot of awesome documentaries like Forks Over Knives, just like watching like how dirty the dairy and meat industries can be, not just in terms of like their regulations and health and how they kill the animal. Like I said, it just propelled me to want to learn more, do more research, like where does this piece of steak come from? Where are these eggs coming from? And it may surprise you. The truth may surprise you. Oh my gosh, guys, I haven't even said. So I have been vegan for a year. Didn't even mention that yet. You can eat so much more. Like, seriously, you can eat a huge plate of food and you're not gonna feel like how you did when you just had 2 burgers or 2 burritos from Taco Bell. Or like, I'm not saying just because you're not vegan means that's all you eat, but I'm just using it for example. Like, when you eat that volume of food, when it has dairy and meat in it and whatever else that is an animal product, it fills you up more, but not for as long. And I know you guys have probably heard people say that all the time when they're talking about McDonald's or like whatever other fast food restaurant it is, that it's just not gonna keep you full. But that rule applies to veganism as well. When you still eat meats and you still eat cheeses, it does not fill you up like how it will when you have a huge plate of these like greens and these rices and starches and pasta. Like, it's just so much more fulfilling. I'm just gonna start inserting some clips of things that I eat on a day-to-day basis. And guys, I'm so serious. This food is not boring. It is not boring food. It does not cost more. That is the next thing. No, being vegan is not more expensive. You know what? I don't know how many people you've heard say that, but take it from me if you've never heard it before. Veganism is not expensive. I'm serious. It's not. It's so not like what people make it sound like when it's people dogging on the lifestyle and the diet of veganism. It is so much more cheap for me because I can make a huge pot of pasta and I'm gonna use that for pasta salad one day, and the next day I'm gonna add like a homemade vegan cheese sauce, and the next day I'm gonna add some curry with some rice, and now it's like a curry pot. Like, guys, there's literally so many other options. Whereas if you slap a bunch of meat on it, it's spaghetti meatballs and that's it. Like, so speaking of like using a pot of pasta for the next 2 days, planning meals is so much easier when you're vegan. Or it may be, it is so much easier to meal prep, meal plan when you're on a vegan diet, because you literally just have leftovers out the booty hole. And like, I'm not kidding. Like, I don't even know how to describe it to you guys. Like, I nonstop have white rice. I nonstop have some sort of pasta in the fridge and like whatever else, potatoes, I have peppers, whatever. Like, honestly, think of anything that you like to eat and you just take the meat out of it and make it your own, make it vegan, and it's gonna last so much longer. So yeah, you're gonna have leftovers, you can meal prep, and that's just a whole nother way to look into a new lifestyle when it comes to diet. Big concern I've heard when people ask me, oh my gosh, like, you're vegan, like what, how do you do that, is where do you get your protein? Well, you know what, like, I'm not gonna shame the question. It's a good question. It just gets a little old because, like, people, it's 2020. Do you really think the only source of protein is coming from a cow? It's not. But if you do think that, that's okay, because I'm gonna put so many resources in the description box on where you can find all of these great doctors and dietitians talking about why there's so many other sources of protein that are so much better for you. But yes, you can get it from plants, beans, peanut butter, like a scoop of peanut butter is like 9 grams of protein. If you knew that, give this video a thumbs up, shout out to you, but if you didn't, keep watching. Because yes, you can get it in peanuts, in black beans, pinto beans, like whatever other type of bean there is. There are protein pastas that are plant pastas that are made of like legumes that have X amount of protein in them. Like guys, it's an endless list. So another concern I want to address before I start getting into the really personal stuff. Okay, well, you know what, Alethea, great, veganism sounds awesome, but if I go out to eat and like I'm a social eater, my advice to you is to look up the menus. If you are at a restaurant and you like eat something that has dairy on it, don't be so hard on yourself when you're transitioning into being vegan. Like if you're gonna get something that has a little bit of meat on it, don't beat yourself up about it, because I promise it's okay. It's your own journey and it's gonna be great, and you're gonna look back and be like, wow, look how far I've came from wanting to just can't resist this bacon on my baked potato, but now I literally can't even look at it. Once you get past the milestones, once you get past the cravings, and once you just get past having discipline. Now I want to talk about reasons why I became vegan.
It's not for me to say.
So I'm going to put a picture here of what I looked like, full body. It's just what I looked like before, kind of just a side. And this was probably 4 years ago. So this was 3 or 4 years ago, and I didn't love myself. I was having very hard like self-confidence. It was just non-existent. I started working out, and don't get me wrong, when you start being physically active, you're gonna see results, like point blank. If you're consistent and you're dedicated, you work hard, which I did. To toot my own horn, I did. But I hit a point, and I'll again put another picture, where I just wasn't happy still. I'm like, I don't know, like I can't lose this fat in the little places that I just hate about myself. And like I had really bad friends in my life. I had a bad ex-boyfriend that would like tell me that I looked this way and like whatever else, and it sucked, and I was struggling, and I had no idea like what to do about it. But what I did notice was that anytime I ate, and I'm not kidding guys, I would eat something like a burger or 4 sliders at a restaurant, and I had a tummy that looked like I was pregnant. In my mind, I mean, like I said, these pictures to you guys are probably like, girl, like I wish I would have looked that, but I promise you when I tell you, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with myself, and I needed to take action to make my mind at peace and myself happier, and I needed to build my confidence. So I was like, girl, like what are we doing? Like we need to figure something out, because you're not happy. Whatever you're doing at the gym isn't working. You need to work on your food. Like you aren't eating the right things, point blank. Like you're so I was so bloated, and I would get so swollen to the point where I couldn't even wear rings on my fingers if I ate meat. That's probably an indication my body's like, please stop. So I was like, you know what, let me do some research. So I did research into pescatarian. I was doing dairy free, but I also was a freshman in college. I was an incoming freshman in college. Let's fast forward to a year ago, and I was like, wow, this is really hard. Like dining hall food but it's not good. It's awful food. Doesn't matter what university you go to, 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna be that great. I was struggling, and I would eat like hamburger patties for dinner because I was like, well, it's protein, so let me eat it. Oh my gosh, protein. I started doing research on what is meat doing to your body? What are eggs doing to your body? Like da 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 da. And now that I'm a year vegan, I can confidently say the way I look now, and to continue, like it's still in the process. Like I'm still working on being clean vegan, no cheat days on dairy. That's just my personal goal. It does not have to be yours. I have gotten to a point where I am so much more happy with myself, and I'm like, wow, like I can look myself in the mirror and be like, you look good today. I will put a disclaimer, guys, I am very physically active. I go to the gym. So I'm gonna put a plug for some new videos. If you wanna see workout routines, please like let your girl know, because I will totally do that for you guys. I wasn't gonna include fitness on this page, but if you wanna see workout routines, because I will do workout videos for you guys. But anyways, I have now gotten to a point where I am so happy with my body, and like I said, I'm gonna put a little picture here, and yes, I'm posing a little bit, and you know what? I am so happy with the happy weight I've gained in the right places, the muscle gain. I'm no longer just hating myself after I eat something. You guys know the feeling. You eat a bowl of something, you eat a piece of pizza, you eat a burger, and you're like, I'm gonna hate myself after this. Like, why do you have to think that? You know, why why should I have to think that after indulging in something that I enjoy? Like, why don't I fix it? That's exactly what my mindset was when I became vegan, and I'm so glad I've done it. This may not be the most organized video, guys. I truly apologize, but I really wanted to talk about this because I have just truly never been happier with myself, with my body, with my nutrition. Another disclaimer I want to put out there is I wasn't particularly trying to lose weight. I was just trying to get to a point where I could eat more and be more like satisfied with my meals and not feel so guilty, because a lot of people associate being vegan with eating less and just eating like salads and this and that, and I promise you that is not the case. I eat nonstop. So much pasta, so much bread, and I had to work my body, kind of train my mind and like my education on veganism to get there, but I promise when you get there, so worth it. It is ridiculously worth it. I just can't express enough how happy I am that I'm vegan, and I hope you guys don't judge me for the pictures I posted and say that like I was skinny anyways. Like, and thank you if that's truly what you think. I truly appreciate that. But just know I wasn't happy with myself. I wanted to look a certain way for myself, for my mind, not for others, not for people who judged me, just for myself. And I had a goal, and I'm getting there, and I'm getting closer to it every single day. And I cannot thank the veganism diet enough for it. At this point, it's just become a lifestyle. And when you become vegan, you kind of start opening your mind to more environmentally safe things that are just all around where you can make vegan transitions. And I hope after watching this, you guys can kind of consider it. So this is my take on why I became vegan. I truly hope this video made a difference and kind of opens the door for my channel on my health aspect. And I'm so excited to get into the health things of my channel. Again, if you're watching this, please thumbs up, comment something, whether it's nice or not, I'm gonna comment back. And I am always willing to engage with my audience. And please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Put that notification bell on so you can know when I post, because like I said, it's gonna be at least once or twice a week. I'm just gonna start popping videos out because I'm getting obsessed with making videos and editing them. Literally obsessed. So thank you again for watching my videos. I have something fun happening Friday. This video should be posted on either Wednesday or Thursday. So tomorrow or Friday, I'm doing a Dollar Tree shop with me and haul. I'm super excited because I love Dollar Tree. So a Dollar Tree shop with me / haul is coming Friday. So subscribe if you want to see that. I'm going to be posting it ASAP. And again, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for listening to me ramble about plants, and I'll see you guys in my next video.